All right, so back to weird. So this is kind of where it started. The Kamala headquarters, Twitter account said JD Vance is weird and creepy. He has an obsession with controlling women's most personal healthcare decisions, from voting against protecting access to IVF to advocating for tracking menstrual cycles to calling for a national abortion ban to bar women from traveling to access the care they need. It's not just bad policy; it's creepy. It's unacceptable, and voters won't stand for it. Women have had enough of the Trump Vance ticket, blah, blah, blah. So
Did you see the Project 2025 bullshit there again?
Lies. They always
lies, race, lies.
But the mainstream media, man, they got the message. Did they ever? And so now this is what you're hearing all over.
Some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird.
These guys are just weird. That's where they are.
As weird and creepy as JD Vance.
Oh, okay. Super weird idea from JD Vance.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's quite weird. They're just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
That stuff is weird. They come across weird and then they start being weird. Yeah, they're weird.
Being a really weird.
He's such a weirdo.
Donald Trump and his weirdo running mate are weird. Deeply and profoundly weird.
They are weird.
These Republicans just being weird. It's just weird. It's really weird.
Republican weirdness goes even deeper.
He said a lot of things that are weird, a weird style that he brings, weird policies. Let's start with the weird thing, because it is a thing.
Just plain weird.
What was weird was talking about Diet Mountain Dew. Who drinks Diet Mountain Dew?
You ever seen the guy laugh?
I love
that. Seems very weird to me that an adult can go through 6.5 years of being in the public eye. If he has laughed, it's at someone, not with someone. That is weird behavior.
Weird and cultish.
These are weird people on the other side.
He kind of doubled down on his weird ideas.
I think weird is probably generous.
Simply weird. These guys are just plain weird.
Vance as weird?
You know, as the campaign said, weird.
It really is just plain weird.
JD Vance, plain weird.
I mean, I don't know how else you could read it.
Weird. It is kind of weird.
We're not afraid of weird people.
The other side, they're just weird. Why are you being so weird?
Vance has done something more extreme, more weird.
No matter what kind of weird stuff they keep saying.
Trump and Vance are just weird, in addition to being dangerous to democracy.
That's the weird part that's the most engaging.
Whom he addressed as my beautiful Christians, which was super weird.
Weird tech bro, JD Vance.
He's a weird guy.
JD Vance, uneasy and sort of weird.
Frankly, for lack of a better word, that he's weird.
Sarcastic remarks that aren't even funny, and he kind of shows that he can't really deliver a one-liner.
So, Sam, weird is the word here in terms of initial impressions from Vance to the American public this morning. Let's talk about this new race and that new talking point. Weird or weirdos, however you want to put it. Tell us, do you agree with that assessment? And why do you think it's breaking through?
Well, it's quite a jarring segue to weirdos and freaks. Here's Governor Whitmer. I think that my colleagues are pointing out the obvious, that the agenda, the way they talk to people, the way they address people, it is bizarre.
Okay.
So how do you think they do this? Do you think they send it out like in an email? Because seriously, how you can't deny, if you're even a liberal watching this, you cannot deny that they all get marching orders.
Oh yeah.
That all of these absolute lobotomized lemmings, these total sheep, just get marching orders. They get an order that says this is the new word of the week that you're going to say on the air, because you have no critical thinking skills and you're a total follower and you're just a slave to the machine. So, go ahead and use that word.
Well, we saw the actual piece of paper that was being passed around in the halls of Congress and the media about the border czar thing. Here's how you're gonna address that. She's never been the border czar. So that's the new talking point, go.
So was that delivered? So we saw a piece of paper, but was that delivered via like email? Was it disseminated via email to all of these? Because David Hogg got it, So they must have like this giant list that they just send en masse to all these people, and they say, okay, so like Obama and all the people in the cabal are just like, okay, this is what we're gonna do this week. They have like all these PR people that are like, well, let's call him weird. Because that'll work. Because, weird and creepy, that works. Because listen, it's not weird and creepy to sniff kids and shower with your daughter, but JD Vance, who is a Marine who loves his wife and is a great family man and has all the values that you would want in a man, somehow he's weird and creepy. Let's make it so. And they do it. and they carry it out because these people are void of morality and they suck. I don't know how they sleep at night, but they do it. And people who are stupid and they can't think for themselves, they latch onto it and they're like, yeah, he's weird. He's weird.
I have a feeling that David Hogg is like on that second or maybe even tertiary tier where like there's the Obama machine, right? That has like mainstream media heads, and then the mainstream media starts saying it, and then people like David Hogg are like, oh, okay, I need to start saying that too.
Yeah, like he's sucking at the teat of like the first and second tier. He's like tertiary, he's like the third tier, and he's like, I want to say it too because I want to be cool. I want to be cool like first and second. I'm third string.
Right.
Not even. He's not even a string. Like he didn't even make the JV team.
I'll tell you what's not sus at all, and that is the benefits that you get from Field of Greens. This is a green powder, like a health powder that you pour into water. You can mix it up in a smoothie. You can use it in fruit juice. You can mix it in various ways. If you're like a sociopath, for example, you could put it in milk.
Oh, yeah, you could.
You could
put it. You could.
No offense.
Complete lunatic.
No offense.
Now,
to
if you're less of a lunatic,
put
it in chocolate milk. If you're less of a lunatic.
Okay, that's disgusting. That's gross because this tastes like a fruit drink. Okay, this is just one flavor. This is the wild berry. But what you need to know about Field of Greens is that if you're not a person who eats the required number of fruits and veggies in your diet every day, this is the way that you cheat. You get by getting all those nutrients from Field of Greens with a delicious drink. This is not a watered down extract. It is an organic superfood. It is whole fruits and veggies. And it is only Field of Greens is backed by this better health promise, which means that at your next checkup, if your doctor doesn't notice your improved health, you get your money back. That's how much they believe in their product, and we do too, especially because it tastes so yummy. So if you want to try it, you should visit FOGCHICKS, FOGCHICKS.com, and use code CHICKS to get 15% off of your first order. Plus, you're going to get free shipping, free rush shipping. Again, it's FOGCHICKS, FOGCHICKS.com. Use code CHICKS. Scott Jennings was asked about it, and he was Scott Jennings about it.
Got the talking point, Scott. They've got it. And then you chuckle, but it's the kind of word that if it sticks in people's minds can make whoever you're talking about look kind of silly and small. Are you worried about it?
No, because I think any Republican would say, I think the Democrats are weird. I mean, I think it's weird that Kamala Harris is in the process right now of trying to repudiate every single position she ever took when she ran for president. I think it's weird that they're currently engaged in massive racial segregation of all their supporters. I mean, you could go on and on and on about all the weird things that Kamala Harris is doing, all the weird things she's done. I think it's weird of these phrases she uses in her speeches all the time. So I don't think the campaign is going to be fought on who's more weird, who's seen as more weird. I think it's going to be fought on one thing, and it's going to be on who can do the best job as president. In the Wall Street Journal poll this week, Donald Trump had a 51% job approval. The Biden-Harris ticket is still down in the mid-30s. It's going to be fought on cost of living. It's going to be fought on immigration and who can make my life better. These semantics about weird and that's not the issue for swing voters. It's why is my life so expensive and why is my community unsafe and overrun with illegal immigration?
Okay,
right. And I think it's weird that they don't know what a woman is and they are like dead set on cutting off the genitals of children. Don't you guys think that's weird? Maybe just a little bit.
There's so many examples of how they're weird. And I grabbed a bunch of screenshots that we can run through quickly, but like there's too many to count. Vivek chiming in saying this whole they're weird argument from the Democrats is dumb and juvenile. This is a presidential election, not a high school prom queen contest. It's also a tad ironic coming from the party that preaches diversity and inclusion. Win on policy if you can, but cut the crap, please.
They won't cut the crap. They won't.
No, they won't. Because AOC responded and saying, being obsessed with repressing women is goofy.
It's
trying
goofy.
to watch what LGBTQ plus people do all the time is abnormal. Punishing people who don't have biological offspring is creepy. It's an incel platform, dude. It's super weird and people need to know.
Yeah.
My God.
Okay. You know who's weird? Heard's soon-to-be husband. He's weird.
When are they getting married?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, this is
weird.
The memes yesterday, like all the stuff coming out about this yesterday, just brilliant. Yeah, like we're weird, you guys.
We're weird.
We're weird. Yeah,
there's so many. You guys are so
many. We're
so
weird.
Many.
We're super weird. we're totally weird, you guys. It's weird. Yeah, totally weird.
I mean, the examples.
Look, countless examples. Yeah, JD Vance is weird.
Man, he's super weird.
Yeah.
And then we had Ben Shapiro chime in on this weird thing. Oh yeah, this was a good one too.
Oh yeah, JD Vance is weird. He's so weird, you guys.
So apparently CNN and MSNBC used the word weird to describe JD Vance in the last 2 days over 150 times. So if you don't believe that they're all marching in lockstep and they don't get their talking points from the DNC, they 100% do. So on my show today, I talked a little bit about the sort of weird slur and the fact that they're using this. Again, to me, this is all projection because there are only two ways in which a candidate is weird. One is sort of interpersonally weird, right? So you might say somebody who laughs strangely and who starts jabbering about coconut trees. That might be a little weird. JD is not that, right? When JD talks, JD is actually perfectly normal. You watch him on TV, you watch him give a speech. He's like a normal person who is talking. If anything, he lies on the sort of dull side in terms of his sort of affect, right? He's not somebody who's electric on TV. He's not like Vivek, very live, right? He is exactly kind of normal when he's on TV. And then there's weird positionally. And here's where you get something sort of fascinating. According to the left, what makes you weird is believing that it is actually of moral benefit to the United States for people to have children. That's JD's actual position. It also happens to be the biologically correct position, which is that if you wish society to propagate itself, it's very important that on a moral level, people have kids.
He's right. What's right is wrong now. It's like
everything's upside down.
Everything is upside down. And I'm okay being on the side. If they want to call that weird, then I guess I'm weird.